That sounds terrifying.
Yes, very terrifying. Welcome, everybody. We hope you have had a wonderful week. We are super excited to get ours rocking and rolling. We just in the middle of this of our pre-roll hit 100 followers. So thank you guys so much. That's huge. That's a big deal. Yeah.
100 celebration win.
Yep. So let's just go ahead and start with business time in the chat. You know, why not? It's just a good start to every stream you can imagine.
No one will die.
Yeah.
Maybe.
So I have a couple of announcements. If you're joining us for the first time, we have two things that you can participate with us while we are doing this awesome show. The first of which, if you type !D100 into the chat on Twitch, you'll be able to roll die, and I will use them, the numbers, during the stream. And you may affect someone's eternity in this stream. There's going to be
It sounds so final.
I know, it's because it will be. So in our Discord channel server, whatever you want to call it, if you're not in that, join it. It's below us on the on the page. But yeah, we were all talking earlier about who we think is going to die, and everyone said Reg. So
oh no!
Yeah,
I don't feel super great about this.
I was not part of that.
Everyone was
neither.
part of that. Every single person.
In spirit.
Also, if you're watching, we have channel points now, and we call them advancement points. But basically, as you watch, you accrue them, and at a certain point, you can spend them to affect the stream. So if you are not satisfied with a roll, looking at you, Tofu, and want to change that roll, you can spend some advancement points to have one of the players re-roll a roll that was made. So.
Reg.
Yeah, everyone. Tofu says everyone is gunning for Reg. I don't know why. Jordan, I'm sorry.
Just keep an eye out for who was it that shot me last week.
Vral did. Human Manson. Ugh. Anywho.
Really wish I had updated my items list now.
Nope, it's too late. If you were watching during our pre-roll, and I know a lot of us on the show here, we're appreciating it. I've updated a lot of the artwork that fans have sent in, or cast members, or whoever, and so there's really some great ones out there. Lots of memes, which is good. My favorite is the one Tofu made. It's Hedgehog Kevin.
Yes.
We were talking in the chat, and I think Raven made the joke about how he's the fastest flyer alive, like Sonic. I don't know. It caught me good. Two more. One, we are now over 3,000 downloads on our show, and we are so appreciative of that. We have been going for not quite a year, or not even close to a year yet, actually. And to be at that point, I'm overwhelmed with thanks. So I appreciate you watching. I appreciate you listening. We love doing this, and we're glad that it's something that everyone can be a part of. So the last one. We are, as I'm looking at it, we are 7 subscribers away. If we can get 7 subscribers in the next week or so, 2 weeks, we will open up a new emote slot. And Pax was complaining that we don't have a dragon cookie emote. Or I'm sorry, Lauren. Lauren is her real name. And
That's what you think.
Wait, we have names?
Yeah, believe it or not, it's not just the. Never mind.
My wife has been calling me Reg for months now. I'm very confused.
I have so many things to say, but all of them make me uncomfortable.
Then I've done my job.
So if you would like a dragon cookie emote besides the business time emote, subscribe, join us. So that's all I have. I want to thank you again, not only for reaching the 3,000 downloads mark, but for the 100 follower mark. We're just so excited to share this with you, and I'm excited to share hopefully a character death with you tonight. So without further information, this is Shattered Dungeon.
Nope.
Welcome back to Shattered Dungeons. First and foremostly, thank you for Best Proet, Raven Vulcans for the bits, and Tofu, thank you for the gifted subs. You are amazing, and we really appreciate you. As it stands
Tofu,
at this
best
point,
tofu.
that's the best tofu of all. As it stands at this point, we only need 5 more subs, and then we have a new emote, Dragon Cookies for All.
Hooray!
I'm going to be hard-pressed to actually make dragon cookies. Pax, I'm going to need your description of how you would make a dragon cookie so that we can actually do that.
3 parts drag.
Yeah, ugh.
Part cookie.
One part dragon scrambled egg. So with us tonight, we have, we're missing 2. I'm going to start with them. We're missing Caden tonight and Lutz tonight. Now, Lutz is trapped in a box on the bow of the ship. Caden will be summoned away against his will to have something, a dialogue with somebody about some things. So I'll kind of play into that when we get there. But tonight, for show, we have with us Jordan playing Reg.
Hello, everyone. My name is Reg, and please don't kill me.
The last time we'll hear that.
Oh no!
No. We have Heather playing Chibi.
Good evening, everyone.
We have Ray playing Rog.
I will honor Reg's death with the most glorious feast I can eat.
And of course, we have Lauren playing Pax.
I'm Pax, and sometimes when I'm stuck in traffic, I like to roll the windows down and turn my radio to 9.9 La Raza, so the other motorists think I speak Spanish.
Oh my god.
I would totally think you spoke Spanish if I
Yeah.
Take us long to derail.
I think that was my favorite one you've ever done, Lauren.
You're gonna do that in front of Dave someday.
I can envision like your facial expression changing just to make that noise.
You have to. But no, for real, I do listen to that radio station sometimes.
Oh, that's
But it's all
incredible.
in Spanish,
I believe
and I
that.
don't actually speak Spanish.
So, that was good. So I'll recap from last time for those of you who weren't with us or were unaware. The group descended a mountain they were teleported to be destroyed by an ancient dragon. They were able to overcome that dragon and made it through the forest after it being attacked by some possessed demon children, the Lamkai. And made it to the town of Port Riches, where they helped out with a couple of locals who had some missions that they needed assistance with. We met up with Reg's old master, Master Blackflame, which was wonderful, and they've made a new ally in him. In pursuit of their hometown of Koldir, they boarded the Fool's Bounty, headed south from Port Riches in the country of Reikim to the city of Koldir in Dalnain. While on that boat, they were attacked by 3, count 'em, 3 krakens.
I thought it was 4.
Nope, it was just
Yeah, I thought there were 4 too. Well, I
It
did
looked
mind
like
melt.
4.
Their tentacles were like,
Yeah, they
I
were
don't know.
flailing about wildly. Now, in that fight, Rog leapt overboard and punched through one of them. Pax also left off board and shot them with her ancient energy longbow. And everyone else fought valiantly to get all of the tentacles off the ship so it didn't break. And so they were able to save the day. And thankfully, Captain Seamus is thankful for them. So, as the Fool's Bounty sails ever onward towards Kuldir, there's a merriment that has changed the atmosphere of the entire journey. Having bested 3 Krakens, Captain Seamus offers everything he can to make the voyage more relaxing for the group. After a couple more days, one of the lookouts shouts from atop the crow's nest, "Island ho, an island!"
What'd you call me?
Captain Seamus shouts back, we haven't seen any islands on this journey before." Locking the ship's wheel, he marches to the starboard side and mutters loudly to himself, "Well, I'll be. Look at that." Moving to his side, gazing out onto the sea, you can very clearly see a small island that juts significantly up into the air. Atop one of the separated spires of the island is an incredibly bright, glowing light. All of the crew and passengers, yourselves included, marvel at its glow. Faintly, on the ocean's breeze, like a whisper, you hear a soft voice. "Save me." Breaking your concentration on the light, everyone turns to each other. Captain Seamus announces, "Well, what say ye? Are we gonna help the spirit or nay?" What do you say?
No.
Who is the spirit? It better not be the queen.
I might need some more information. Reg turns to the island and shouts, "Hello, my name is Reg. Who is you?"
Alright, we'll leave it to a vote then. He turns and addresses the crew and says, "All for aye, all against nay. All aye?" And all of the crew and some of the passengers shout, "Aye!" You guys will be investigating.
Railroad.
So, Captain Seamus walks up to your group, which is kind of towards the front of the ship to investigate, or to check out the island a little bit more. And he simply asks, You all, you bested 3 Krakens, you saved this ship. I fear no one's more qualified except you to go onto that island and see what's going on. I can send some of me men with you, but I assure you, they will not be as combat ready as you would be. Do you accept?
can we get a discount on our passage if we come back alive?
I don't see why not. Let's see. I'll give you 2,000 gold back for the lot of you.
Or just give it all back,
Yeah.
because we already saved the ship from the Kraken.
Ooh.
So,
Speechcraft check time.
fine.
Does cracking knuckles count as speechcraft?
You can intimidate if you have that.
I think my speechcraft is...
While y'all are doing this, Reg is still just staring at the island, waiting for a response. A spooky voice is being a bit rude.
Oh dear, Reg.
With Pax's 94 against Captain Seamus 145, he says, I see what you're getting at. And listen here, you've paid for the ship. That's all the supplies and the stowaway that's on board that I shouldn't know about, but he is not very quiet down there.
You don't want him out. He doesn't wear pants.
I mean,
No, he
honestly,
does not.
we threw him in the box for your sake, not ours.
I thank you, and I'm very appreciative of that. But listen here, friends. I can do 6,000 gold back for the lot of you, should you return.
Okay.
Oh, come on, Captain.
Will you throw in
Can
a
I
hug?
persuade you further?
Go ahead and roll Chibi.
I don't know if this is gonna work. I didn't do it right.
Slash.
I forget
in
every
front of
week.
roll. You're good.
Slash in front of roll.
Yep.
Come on, Captain.
How are
You
you?
can do better.
How are you saying that to him?
Like
Commander,
we're old
use
friends.
your feminine wiles.
Okay, so she says it like you guys are old
Didn't
friends.
work so well.
No,
What does that mean?
83 versus 145. He goes, I appreciate you thinking we're so close now, but I assure you we're not. This is definitely a business transaction. And so he says 6,000 gold. Take it or leave it.
Take it.
Cool. Take it, yeah.
Done.
Thanks,
I
man.
newbie, go. Lower the rowboat. They'll be going ashore together. Newbie, who is one of the very low on the totem pole deckhands, is able to get the rowboat out and get you guys situated on it. Now, who is rowing and who is steering? Really, that's the main question.
I mean,
I think Reg would be rowing.
one's own horn, but toot, toot.
Indeed.
Toot toot.
Looking around, you notice that Caden.
Help him in the
Why are
water.
you in the water?
Looking around, you notice Caden is missing.
Hey, look, Caden's missing.
Oh,
Where's
hate
he
it when
gone?
Again.
when we don't follow the buddy system, terrible things happen.
It's true.
Sit down talking to Luke.
He's probably trying to convince him to wear pants.
Chibi, are you going to
Probably.
try and go and talk to him and talk to Lutz and see if he's seen Caden?
One does not simply just talk to Lutz.
It's true.
Not wrong.
Why, sure.
We're
Okay.
on the. Are we on the island now?
You haven't left yet. As you're getting on the boat, you notice Caden's not around. And so Chibi
Base
kind of
buddy, base
Chibi
buddy, where is you?
marches off to find the crate that Lutz is in, and knocking on it. What do you say?
Lutz, have you seen Caden?
I haven't seen anybody. I've been in this box.
Well, he could be in the box with you. How would I know?
It is quite tight, and I assure you, after Rog stole my pants, no one wants to be in here. It is quite disgusting.
Okay. Well, have you heard him down here? We're trying to find him.
That is the actual question you should have asked. No, I have not heard him, but it is hard to say this. I have felt him.
Okay.
He has a coldness about him. Quite odd. I felt him pass by earlier. Heard a scuffle, and that is all.
A scuffle.
Mm-hmm.
Could you tell how many people were in the scuffle?
It
Is
sounded
it
like
friendly?
it sounded like one little man and the very nimble one that is Caden.
Well, thank you, Lutz. That's helpful.
Yeah. So you go. You search the rest of the boat, and he's nowhere to be found.
Caden or the little man?
Both.
Can we ask the captain where Caden, if he knows where Caden went?
Or if there's a little man we can question.
Sure. You find Captain Seamus and explain what's going on to him, and he simply says, I've not seen Caden at all in some time. It's been about a day now that I think about it.
We didn't
night.
notice he was missing for a whole day.
No, the last time Captain Seamus saw him. He says, the last time I saw him, he was seemingly talking to himself out on the bow of the ship.
Thank you, Captain Seamus.
Indeed. Best get off with you. Gotta figure out why this island's here. I've never seen it before in my life. And I've traveled this route many times.
Foreshadowing.
It's a dragon. A really big dragon.
This is the
And
actual
delicious.
dragon cookie. It's magically delicious.
Well, Rog jumps in the boat.
Okay. Everyone kind of jumps in and shoves off. And I'm going to take a brief moment to reveal this area for everybody, so we can all very happily and very together experience this next leg of this adventure.
Are you together?
Am I what?
So together.
Oh. So, as the group rows nearer to the island, the group is able to discern more about the light itself. It appears to come from an incredibly tall statue of a sorcerer with an outstretched hand. At the end of it is the glowing orb of light. You also spot a small bridge that appears to connect a pathway from the small spire part of the island the statue is on to the taller part of the island itself. From the main island's peak, there appears to be a slope downward to a sandy alcove where there is a beach instead of steep rocks like the rest of the island. The rowboat runs ashore, and the group pulls it up so as not to be washed away by any tide. Looking around, you see a solid rock wall enclosing the beach and a gentle slope heading upward to a forested area. The voice whispers in your ear, this time seemingly closer. Save me.
Who is you?
Save you from what?
So it's like it's on the wind itself, like it's on the sea air. It's clearly coming from somewhere else on this island, kind of deeper into it. But Raven laughs because the voice tickles.
Rog takes a knee, picks up a handful of sand, and just kind of lets it fall into the wind. Tastes of it a little bit.
Yeah, I got nothing. I don't know what I'm doing.
Raven with a 28 discerned that nothing could be done with that sand, Rog. You did the best you could.
Sandcastles?
Yeah, there you go. So, what do you do?
So shall we go further? The voice sounds like it's coming from the island. Let's...
Do we feel like we're in danger? Does anybody need to
Always.
armor up or or anything?
Every moment I spend with this
check for
group.
traps.
Rog is questioning his life choices.
What did I do that led me to this point?
Hey, Pax.
Yes.
Is that statue holding a thingy kind of remind you of the last time we were next to a big statue holding a thingy?
Which, I mean, there's been so many.
That's exactly what I was thinking. Which
The one we kept falling at.
Yeah. Yeah, so don't climb anything at this point.
Or that new carpet thingy could come in handy.
Oh,
yeah.
Good.
Did I bring the carpet with me? Get in the boat. I need the carpet.
Yes, you bring the carpet with you. Actually, everyone else rode in the rowboat, but you hovered on the carpet the entirety of the way.
I was
Practicing.
pretty excited about this last week.
Yeah, you were. After singing A Whole New
carpet.
World.
Up and away.
Tofu said, "This is why Reg can't die."
Because he's busy. A whole new world.
All right, so Pax is seemingly taking the lead, heading south into the sandy area. What's the marching order, Pax? How far do you go? What are you doing as you're navigating the sand towards the forested slope?
Is there a stick or something that I can pick up on the beach?
Looking around, you see a couple just from one of the trees higher up that's fell down and kind of rolled.
Okay, I want to grab a stick.
Okay.
And I want to get on my magic flying, hovering carpet. Flying at this point is an overstatement.
Okay.
And I want to advance forward on my carpet, but I want to like take the stick and swish the sand in case there's a trap as I go.
Watch out for graboids.
Miss Pax, would you like me to help you look for stuff too? I'd hate for you to find it by blowing it up if it blows up.
Okay.
Or that.
Yeah. Okay, so this stick is no more than like maybe 3 feet. I mean, we're talking like not very large. How hard are you pushing down on this?
So something that Reg said makes me think this might not be a good idea, and I should just check for traps in general.
Okay.
100. What is my... Hello,
Reg will follow shortly behind Pax, also trying to keep a good eye out.
Okay.
Alright, there's my...
Pax, you don't see any traps. Reg, you also don't see any traps, but you do notice that there are some like... The texture of the sandy area is weird. The rest, like the beach you just came from, the one closest to the ocean, actually has like some dunes and stuff like that. And that seems right. In here, it also has many dunes. Almost like, the best way I can describe it is like, if you looked at a like a sand pit, you know what I'm talking about? Like a sandbox that's been played with a lot. The sand has been reshaped and moved around. It has some just odd curvatures and textures to it. It looks more like that rather than a settled, easy area. Does that make sense?
Yeah. Okay, strike that. I want to take an arrow and fire it right into the center. Right about there.
You beat me to Reg's plan already.
So, Pax just blasts that area with her energy arrow. And it creates a small crater. And what do you do after that? You just kind of wait?
Yeah, I want to see like what happens. Like, did I spring any traps, or am I awakening some beast?
Okay, so you kind of just wait for a couple of seconds, and as you're about to give up hope, a giant worm comes bursting forth, its maw gaping wide, as though something was standing there, and much like a whale out of the water or a shark coming up out of the water to attack something at its surface, just comes up and it closes its teeth, pulling back down into the sand itself.
That's alright, I didn't want to sleep tonight.
Yep, I thought that dirt was different than the other dirt, and sure enough.
Do you want to go eat it, Rog?
No,
Or punch it?
graboids are disgusting.
Quick, he ran off into the mountains.
So I wonder how, like, I wonder if we can skirt, I guess we could climb over the rocks here without disturbing the worm.
Oh my god, this is becoming Tremors way faster than I thought it would be.
I can leap over it. Is there anything we're looking for in particular, or do we just want to see beyond it?
I think we're just trying to get past this section. Like, I would like to go over to this rocky area.
Pax, I've got a question.
Is
How do we know it's just one?
we don't. I mean, there could be a bunch.
Do you and me just shoot a bunch into the dirt real quick and see if more than one pop out?
What if I shoot into the dirt and you wait for the worm to come out and then everybody blast him? Wait, are you and I the only one with ranged weapons?
You can just yeet Rog at him.
I like that plan, mysterious voice.
I mean, I can cast leap or levitation, or I could paralyze it.
Look,
If you made it levitate, would it not be able to go back down?
I don't know.
look, I pretty much single-handedly punched a kraken to death, so
Okay.
a worm is nothing. I think I can handle this.
Okay.
Those are famous last words.
Could be venomous.
I love all the Tremors quotes that are going in chat right now.
I hadn't been looking. Yes.
So the plan right now is someone's gonna shoot the ground, wait for one to pop up, and then everyone's just gonna light it up.
Yeah, I think, right?
See,
I mean, I can only stab at close range. I'm gonna levitate.
Yeah, you're gonna hold it in place and
what if
I'll paralyze
you
it.
levitate Mr. Rock and then he stabs it in the air?
Or I could paralyze it, yeah.
I mean,
Like
there's
a
that
mighty
too.
falcon.
Only if
Yeah.
you make the bird noises while you does it. I am 100% behind this plan.
Okay. So,
All right.
should I cast
are
paralyze?
you ready?
Paralyzed? I thought we said levitate.
Well, yes, I can do either. I was thinking of paralyzing the worm, though, so it can't come back at you.
Rog, you misunderstood the plan. She's gonna paralyze you and offer you up as a sacrifice so that they can get away.
Yep.
No,
You know
Rog,
what?
never.
I just like the idea of Rog flying through the air like a missile and just Gokuing his way through another monster.
Do you wanna try the magic flying carpet, Rog?
Oh no.
Or there's that.
I don't trust those things.
Okay.
So
Okay,
let's go ahead and roll initiative, and then we'll kind of go in order from that point forward. All right, so Reg got 50, Pax with the 122.
Reg put in stamina. He got 90.
Oh, I'm sorry, I didn't read that right. Man, you all put in stamina. Look at you, Rog.
Pax put in too much stamina.
Sorry. I thought I needed to be first to.
Well, no, you can only, for initiative, you can only put up to your level in stamina.
Oh my bad. Just kidding.
Oopsies.
Minus.
I wanted an even number, so I put 40 instead of 41.
Okay. Wait, your level? I thought my level is.
You're not level 100.
Oh no, just kidding. My level is 39.
Or is you?
Tofu, thanks again for another sub. You are wonderful, and we really appreciate it. Those dragon cookies are just 4 subscribers away.
One of these days, one of us is going to have to do a tofu appreciation stream.
Yeah, we are.
With cookies.
True.
Oh, no.
A
I
statue
know.
needs to be erected in Coldier.
There you go.
All of us, including Raven, will have the We Are World streamers moment of just singing Tofu's praises.
Lovely.
Subtract 20 from my.
So
Wait.
102.
No. You have to subtract
A lot more than that.
a lot more. 70.
So-
Subtract 70 from that.
So really, it's just 39 plus 22, right?
Yes.
All right, so 61. All right. We're looking at 4 to answer your question, Raven. 4 more. Tofu says, I thought every stream was a Tofu appreciation stream. I've been involved in almost all of them since I started catching the streams.
I mean, you're not wrong.
Yeah, very true, very true. And who knows? You may affect some character's entire existence tonight. We'll see. So,
Hint,
The
hint.
forlorn sigh.
all right. So moving onward and forward. Oh
Holy
dang!
crap.
Raven, thank you so much. Raven just gifted 5 subs out to everybody. Dang. Guys, thank you so much. We're currently at 16 subscribers now. We officially hit 15 and Dragon Cookies it is.
Dragon cookies for everyone.
Let's get business time in the chat for everybody.
Congratulations.
everybody.
Yeah, thank you so much, guys. I'm putting as many as I can muster in there. Dragon Cookies coming up. That's gonna be what I'm working on tomorrow. All right. So moving back to the task at hand. Reg, you are up first. What does Reg do?
I'm assuming it's still underground, yes.
Yes.
So gonna take a pop shot to where we last saw it.
Oh,
That's
Raven,
sweet.
you're sweet. Thank you guys, seriously. That's amazing. I really appreciate it. We all do. Pax does especially. Dragon cookies are her fave.
They are.
Delicious. Where was the last spot that we saw it go?
About the center of this secluded area.
Okay, so do I just roll an attack to try and agitate it back up?
Yep.
You know, if we had something that exploded.
It's a crit if it matters.
Yeah, so you hit the ground and the ice kind of freezes over some of the sand. And a moment later, kind of the same thing happens. This thing comes shooting out of the ground, maw wide open, leaping up in the air to catch whatever is standing above it. However, it's just ice. And so at this point, I think everyone was kind of prepared to take their shots. So, Reg, go ahead and take your next 2 shots.
When it hit the ice, did it make like a bird on a window sound?
So the ice was like completely consumed by him in the sand. All right, so looking at this, Reg, both of those are hits.
Do I get any damage numbers off the first or no?
No.
Okay, so then that's plus that's 1,635 damage and roll a paralyzed chance,
You're done, paralyzed chance.
which I forgot about like the last session.
The whole last session.
Yeah.
Nice. So it is not paralyzed with its 37. After Reg, and I realize now I need to roll initiative for it.
No, you don't.
25. So after Reg appears to be Chivi.
Well,
What do you do, Jeeves?
Rog, do you still want me to cast levitation and levitate you up over the worm?
Please do it.
Okay, so I'm gonna wave my hands in the air and point them at Rog and levitate him up into the air and move him over the worm, but far enough in the air where he can't be hurt.
Okay. So you cast Levitate. It works. You also have one other spell you can cast if you would like.
I'm gonna go ahead and paralyze the worm also, just in case others come out of the ground.
Okay, so you're going to run up to the sandworm and cast Paralyze. Go ahead and cast. This is
So
an
I wave
attack
my
roll.
hands again and like zap it with my fingers.
Okay, go ahead and roll. And if I remember right, this is just an attack roll.
So how do I do that? Just with 1d100 plus my attack?
Yep.
Wrong roll.
That darn Slash getting in the way again.
This newfangled technology.
I don't know why I can't do it.
In your random number.
Now we're talking, and I really am not going to be able to do it. No. The Slash is first, right?
Hey, Slash got in the way again. Yeah, Slash roll space 1d100 plus 130.
Okay, I thought that's what I did the first time. There we go.
First, the Slash is in the front, then it's in the back, then it's in the middle. What is it?
I'm writing it down.
I think your spell attack is actually 240, but regardless, it's not enough to paralyze it.
Okay.
So you reach out, you try and just smack it in the face, or at least part of its, leathery skin, and it just does not quite work. After Chivi is Rog. Rog, you are levitating.
Whee!
Can I throw him at it?
Please do.
All right. Tofu says Reg is here for the cupcakes. So Reg throws Rog as just with as strong of a push as he can muster, and Rog goes sailing like a missile towards this giant sandworm. Rog, go ahead and roll your attacks.
Crit.
Ooh,
What was that noise?
Was that
Wrong.
That was my falcon attack.
Yeah.
Falcon punch?
Oh, that's amazing.
That's what, one crit for you?
That was only 4. I still got 5, right? 1, 2, 3.
Yeah,
4,
that's 5. You got 1 more.
One more.
All right,
right.
so bad news. As you go sailing towards this thing, and when you get near, you start just flailing, arms and legs. It's just like a whirlwind of appendages being slapped on this thing. Only one of them actually hits it in any significant way, and that would be your crit. How much does that deal?
Let's see. 300. So I guess that would be 325.
Okay. That's plus any critical bonuses, right?
Yes.
Cool. So you hit him pretty good. You're still levitating, which is great. You kind of bounce back a little bit, so as because you're punching it wildly. After that is Pax. Pax, light him up.
Here I go.
Don't miss.
Why are these so low? Oh, word.
Do it.
Why are these so low? 587, 566,
well, I mean, my natural
591.
is really low though.
All 3 of those hit. How much damage are you?
I am my newly figured one or the old one? It's 445 damage.
Your newly figured one? Like it
Well, because I
suddenly
think
changed?
my new one should be like 500 something.
Oh, well, I mean, if you have that number, do that.
That was the one from trying to figure out the bow and everything, so it should be 521.
Okay. Instead of 445?
Correct. So,
All right.
times 3.
521 times 3. Zaps it, and it dies.
Ooh.
Good job.
So, are there more?
I'm not gonna tell you that.
So,
Pax
as it
asks
falls,
her companions.
as it falls to the ground, it impacts the ground heavily. A moment goes by, and you feel very happy that you're so victorious. What do you do?
I'm gonna give it a Chibi and Rog back up just in case there's another worm that comes up to eat this one.
Yeah.
All right, so Chivi backs up. Chivi, does 503 hit you?
Yeah.
Okay.
What just happened?
Should have backed up more.
You are sneak
Oh, my.
attacked by another one that has felt your footstep. Thankfully,
no.
Rog is levitating, but this does not bode well for you.
Commander!
I'm gonna cast invisibility. Is it my turn? Do I have to wait?
Oh, you have to wait.
Great. So hopefully I don't get
I'm sorry,
eaten in the
Chibi, that was really
meantime.
bad.
You know, just once I want us to discover a place that's, you know,
No, how
nice
come?
and friendly.
How come Chibi's footsteps summons the monster, but the impact of the dead monster doesn't summon the monster?
So the impact. Do you really want me to give you a dissertation on the sandworm's psychology?
Thank you,
We need
Pax.
to understand sandworm biology.
Okay, so I thought about this earlier today. These things are social creatures. Like, they do interact with one another. They're confined to this little
Aw,
sandy
really
area.
funny.
Yeah. So when that one
no.
fell, it realized, hey, that's the impact of one of my own. Because obviously they play and
okay.
they know what that feels like. However, the little step that Chivi makes is not normal. Like, they're not used to that. Yeah.
Would
so,
you like to know more?
Yeah.
I feel like that's what just
Alexa,
happened.
tell me more.
Anywho,
Wikipedia survives on your donations.
so that's sandworms. Welcome
Go
to my
the
TED
Alexa
Talk.
app to manage your video skills and devices.
Who is talking to Lexa right now?
Sorry.
We have a new player tonight.
A new challenger
Alexa,
has
kill
arrived.
the worm.
So
Added kill the worm to your to-do list.
Allegra.
now, Chivi, you take 450 damage.
Ooh.
And then let me ask you another question. Does 464 hit as well?
More damage? Yeah.
No. Attack rating.
Oh, my attack rating.
What's your
What is
armor
my
rating?
attack? Well, I didn't put on my ebony skin, so my regular
All right.
walking around armor is
Ruh-roh.
50.
So it flails against you some more, dealing an additional 300 damage. So in total, you have taken 750 damage.
Great.
Not good.
Rock turns to Reg. It should have been you.
What did I do?
Oh dear.
Reg, it is your turn now.
Thinking this
Tofu,
was
don't
going on.
Tofu says, Alexa, please add worm killing to my list of tasks to do.
Wormicide.
I have added worm grilling to your tasks.
What shape is Chivi in?
Not good.
Yeah.
Looking over, like, part of her leg is just barely hanging on. She looks like she didn't sleep well the night before. Her nose is bleeding. She broke a fingernail. I mean, just all around bad.
And her favorite handbag was eaten by the other worm.
One of my daggers is everywhere on the ground.
She dropped all of
could
her
I-
books.
Could I make it to her and drag her away,
Yeah.
but still attack after, or would that kind of take up everything I'm doing?
Yeah, you can attack and do that.
Okay.
It should be fine.
Then
Thank you, Reg. Thank
Reg
you.
will come and grab her, Chivi.
I'll hold on to my leg.
Okay.
You're like,
Very, very grumpily at the worm. You is a bad worm. And then take Chivi over and put her somewhere reasonably safe. And then start to come back but say, Pax, you might want to fix it. You're better at it than I am. And then aim for the worm.
All right.
Do I lose any attacks on that or no?
I'm gonna say because you have to drag her with you, to do that, you only get one attack.
Okay. Come on, RNGesus. Yes, not great.
Oh no! So that doesn't hit it. You just like shoot wildly, and the ice arrow goes sailing over it. It hits a tree branch, and the tree branch freezes. One day it will become melted water for some of the critters on this island. The next person up now that Chivi is in a safe distance from this worm that you know of, is Chivi.
Phrasing.
I mean, I don't even know what to do. I'm dying over here. I'm gonna cast my ebony skin, try to hold myself together a little bit until Pax can heal me.
And there you go.
And then I'm gonna cast rock. Am I strong enough? Well, am I strong enough? Do I even have any whatever I need to? I was gonna say I'm gonna cast rock cage to try to keep it in place so somebody can kill it.
Keep it together.
You've cast levitate, paralyze, and
Then I'm just gonna put on my ebony skin if I.
I mean, ebony skin was the other one.
Yeah, and then I wanted to see if I could cast rock cage over the worm.
You
I'm
tell
pretty
me
far
if
away.
you have enough. I don't keep track of your potency.
I didn't keep track well, but I know I don't have.
I'm not your mother.
All right. You can drink a potion if you have one.
I don't have any potions that I know of.
Ah, yes, they're all back in Dalnane.
They've been burned to the ground. I'm pretty aggravated.
After Chivi is Rog, Eagle Rog the Eagle.
So, how does power attacking work? Because I'm totally doing that in honor of my commander.
You take half your bonus to the attack bonus, but you deal double damage. If you score a crit while power attacking, that's 4 times damage.
How many of the points do I have to spend?
I think a power attack is 30 stamina base, but if you have the advancements, it cuts it in half.
Okay.
So you can.
I don't think I have advancements for that. So cut my attack in half, you said?
Yep.
So 175. Come on, criticals.
Cut my crits into pieces.
So like
Shattered
Red's
Dawn
drag-
AMV.
Reg drags Chibi back, Rog tornado harpoons, whatever you want to call it. Torpedo harpoon. I'm coming for you!
He's 720s from
And-
standing, Palpatine style. It's treason then. Well, would you look at that? All right, so you, my friend, scored 1 critical hit in that, it looks like.
Yeah.
Everything else missed, but you got 1, and that's what counts.
Okay, and since that was a power attack,
Yeah,
I got to roll for stun. 30% chance.
Dang, really?
Oh!
No, I roll for stun.
Oh, you roll. Oh, come on.
Yeah.
Oh, it went the opposite way.
It did. Oh, well, I still did a crit.
Yeah, that was good. So what's your damage rating again?
150 plus 25 acid damage.
Okay, so that's times 4. Plus... cool. So you deal 700 damage to this guy.
With one fisting.
Oh,
Punch.
phrasing?
Yikes.
Tofu got a 45. I'm going to use that, but I haven't decided how yet. After Rog is Pax.
I am going to cast Healing Burst, which will heal
Healing birds?
Healing
Thank
Burst.
you, Pax.
That'll give you 500 health. And then I get to take 2 of my 3 shots. Is that correct? After I cast a spell?
Just the 1.
Just the 1. Alright, well, here goes nothing.
Well, that's a hit. And 521.
Yep.
All right. So, with Tofu's roll of 45, Kevin says, "I can help." And in his pelican form, flies over and just starts like slashing at it with its like really minuscule talons.
Eat cold talon worm.
So that. Oh, I'm sorry. I'm using Tofu's roll of 45 plus that is a hit, which means he deals 200 damage. All right.
With a tiny little minuscule talon, give me them things.
Slish slash.
Well, it's powered by dragon anger.
I need me some of that.
Righteous dragon anger.
Rog, actually, the worm burrows into the ground, and it is effectively gone.
Can I go after it?
How serious are you about that?
I mean, I don't have a burrowing speed, so I assume I'll look just like an ostrich, but...
Oh no!
You cannot tell where it has gone. It is blended in with the sand it lives in. You haven't seen any other ones. What do you guys do?
How big is the carpet? How many of us can it carry?
1 Reg or 3 of you?
Cool.
I wonder how this will play out.
This feels like one of those conundrums. I feel like we can cross safely on the carpet because it wouldn't be making any impacts on the sand.
Rog is currently backstroking in the air.
Oh, he's still levitating.
It's the fox and the chicken riddle. It's like you can't travel with
Right?
Reg,
Yeah.
you'll eat the chicken.
Chibi, can you send Rog over, I don't know, where do we want to go, you guys? Over here? Or all the way down here?
So I have
we have to travel slower because of old wonky leg now.
Well, I'm almost healed though. She at least my leg is attached again.
Yeah, I healed her.
Yeah,
Mostly.
I got a healing burst,
She got some
and
tape.
I got my stone. I got my ebony skin on now, so I'm ready to go. But how is my potency recovered yet? When does it go back up?
So every turn you regain 10, but I think you have an additional 100 per turn. I can't remember though. It'd be on your sheet.
And then I don't have on my sheet. What does it cost? What's the potency cost to do a known spell versus a frequent ability?
It depends on the spell. What spell are you trying to cast?
Leap.
That one I think is pretty cheap.
Because I was thinking I could help Rog just leap over,
Well, he's levitating. He's not.
or
really...
or I could help Reg leap over unless
Oh,
it costs
gotcha.
extra.
Whee!
Leap costs 300 potency to cast. So I think do you? Yeah, you have reshaping, so it's only 150 for you.
Okay, well then I can swing that if I still have 100 left, and I've gained 20 more points since my last turn.
Okay,
So,
so
we don't.
Chibi, go ahead.
I was just gonna say we don't save anything though, because the 3 of us could get on it or Reg, but not one of us and one of Reg.
What she's saying though is you and Chibi and Pax gets on the carpet, Rog levitates over, you guys go, and Reg leaps.
Oh, you were gonna leap Reg? I got
Yeah.
you. Okay, I'm sorry. I did not follow.
Yeah.
Let's do
So that's the game plan.
All right.
All right. So, are we going? Where are we going though? Where's?
Well, aren't we going like over here?
Okay,
over
that's what I was
towards
thinking.
like
I just-
the dirt rock windy path upward.
Over the sand.
we can't see the windy path upward, but we were thinking bottom left as we're looking at it.
Okay. So you guys all jump on the carpet pretty easily and just start going. Reg, you are going to have to make a stamina check to leap.
Oh, I bet. As Reg is going to do this, he's going to fire off his crossbow. Do a quick burst shot to hit like along the ground as if one of us is heading away in the opposite direction to try and
that's
hopefully cause a distraction.
Nice.
We're over there.
I don't want to be eaten.
So you attack, and it hits the ground exactly where you intend it to be. Everyone else can move their tokens to where they want them to be. Reg, the spell allows you to jump 8 squares. So you're going to have to make a run and leap.
Well, Reg has, I think, now 14 squares of movement, so...
Yeah, should be easily done.
All right. Rolling. Oh my god.
Oh my gosh.
All right, so you take
Does
a
he
running
make it?
jump, you leap, and you land 8 squares away from this point. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Right on the edge, right here is where you're about to land. And as you land, the worm comes up and you land in its mouth. I'm joking. That's not true. That's not true. As you land on the as you land on the opposite end, the worm leaps up where you shot, and at this point, Pax, you can take some shots at it if you would like.
I'm good.
All right.
I mean, we is gonna have to come back here.
I mean, do you want me to shoot it?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes,
Yes,
please.
ma'am, please.
So, can I do all 3 of mine?
Yep.
No crits.
No, 71
7,
is a
8, 9,
crit.
10. That one was a crit, yeah.
Yep. So that's 521 times 2 plus
It should
150.
be times. No, that's times.
It's not a sneak attack.
Oh, right, yes. Times.
I
2
mean, it
plus
wouldn't be
150.
expecting her.
Regardless, without sneak attacks, she just dealt 2,234 damage, which kills it.
Ah,
Good job.
hopefully there's no more.
A small worm pops out. Mama, Papa.
You have to deal with the crushing realization you tore a family apart.
Oh.
They just wanted to talk.
So,
Rog would adopt it.
you
Or eat
would.
it.
Why not
We don't
both?
talk about
Reg would adopt it and carry it around in his bag.
exactly.
With Mr. Tibbles.
Now you two play nice.
Ooh, so shall we head up?
So the path from the beach winds upward. Roots and shrubs pepper the landscape. Tofu said the sandworms thought they were playing Marco Polo.
Oh no.
The saddest, most terrible game of Marco Polo ever.
Marco Die Polo.
You
Fish
wanna,
out of water.
you want to take another run at that joke, Pax?
It was no.
Okay,
No.
just play it where it lies.
Just leave it alone.
Yeah. Moving on. The path from the beach winds upward. Roots and shrubs pepper the landscape. As you near the top of the path, your eyes spot a curious sight. There are ruins of an old building lying in front of the bridge to the statue. And I'll scooch over here and just kind of illuminate where that bridge section is. On closer inspections, as you guys move upward towards the top area of that path, the ruins appear to be of an Ilria's make. Many of the runes and stones look to curve and intertwine like the roots of a tree.
Oh look, it's one of them cat fellas like Mr. Business.
Can I? Is this significant to me at all?
It's definitely out of place. Your knowledge of the land that you guys have been traveling to and fro. The Ilrias originated from Dermahad, which isn't necessarily super close here, but for ruins as ancient as these, they're definitely not in their right spot. This would be something like, finding a Mayan temple in Russia. Rog, I'm illuminating an area that you can kind of see now. So it's definitely piqued some interest What do you do with that? Like, do you want to investigate further? Are you looking at any of the carvings or runes? What are you doing?
Should we try and say hello again, or no? Is that not a good idea?
No, we should definitely say hello again.
Hello, spooky voice. It's Reg again. Hello.
It you can't get it to speak back to you for whatever reason.
It honestly might just not like me.
Get out here so we can punch you.
He does not speak for us.
I do want to see if I can read it, but I don't want to speak the runes out loud.
Ah, you have learned. Yes. So, as you are looking at these, you really can't make out any of the language. It's like an ancient form of the Illyria's language, which the Aeluan Patriarchy has wiped out completely. There are no historical records except a small reference to the ancient Illyria's people in the history of the Patriarchy. So as you are looking at these, you're looking more at the imagery rather than what the runes do. And the imagery seems to have been some sort of temple or sacred place, kind of an outpost, if you will. Something that people, you can make out images of people traveling, like making pilgrimages here for whatever reason. On one of the images, you see that same like statue with the orb of light in front of it.
So maybe this was a holy site
Potentially.
that randomly moves around.
Or someone holy has moved it here. It is trapped.
It's one of those islands that can't be found except for by those who
Oh yeah,
know
it just
where
popped
is.
up out of the ocean out of nowhere.
Yeah, it hasn't been
Atlantis.
there before.
It's emerged.
It's Illyriantis. No.
We found it.
Pax, as
Maybe
you
we can be
enter,
happy here.
as you enter some of the ruins, you notice there's old ruined parts of walls sticking out. You can kind of make the distinction of some sort of floor plan, but it is quite odd.
I'm in the bathroom.
Now, as you go further into it, you notice in the center of what appears to be the main area of this building, there is a smoldering campfire. It's not necessarily like smoldering like it's still active, but you can kind of tell that
it's very attractive.
Yeah. You can tell that it was active recently, within the last like 3 to 4 days, not necessarily like hours ago. So,
Hey, heads up, you guys. There's definitely someone else physically here on this island. Not like another worm, but another person.
Reg is gonna check with all of his Reg senses.
what does that mean?
He's going to sniff.
Looking for
I am Rage.
signs of other people or trap left by people.
You can't make
Things
out
that are out
any
of place.
indication of a trap or anything like that.
So I wonder if we found the captor or the captive. Like, who needs help?
Yeah, is this the person we're saving or the person that needs saving from?
The campfire?
No.
Oh, whoever left it.
Oh,
Yeah, the campfire. Is that a person?
Rog, are you going out onto that bridge there, buddy?
Rob, don't you know about bridges in this game?
Am I not levitating anymore?
At this point, no.
Oh,
Joke's on you.
take the rug. It's dangerous to go alone.
You're too far away for me to cast water breathing.
I have no use for old rocks. I want the glowy thing. It has piqued my interest.
So Pax, as you continue into this main area, you notice that there's a tent made out of leaves and tree materials, kind of like a thatch type of look. I'll illuminate some of the back area here so that people can kind of see down and see what's going on. I'm gonna take a moment. Pax, move wherever you want. Rog, are you so you're trying to go across the bridge, correct?
Yeah, but not haphazardly. I'm gonna.
So let me read you that part. As you near it, a very old rickety bridge separates the statue spire from you. Peering down, it seems a fall would spell certain demise against the sharp rocks below.
Wink.
So if you're going across, I need you to make a stamina check.
Okay. What is... Okay, I know what my stamina is. So we are gonna go... I never upped it from last time we played. We are gonna give this much stamina to my roll. Please save me.
Ample amount of stamina. So as you walk across the bridge, some of the boards start to break, but your lightning reflexes, you're able to pull your foot away and place it elsewhere. You realize about halfway through you need to start using the rope on the edges rather than the boards themselves.
Of course. Duh.
Yeah. And so you are able to make it a cross. Go ahead and place your token over there, and I'll illuminate the rest of this thing.
Goonies never say die.
Once across, you see the statue up close. It's huge, immaculate, and seeping potent energy. A closer look at the statue reveals a small lever that has since been rusted over. An inscription reads, "A beacon of hope should never be quelled. To stop the light is to allow the dark." Now, while you're figuring out what to do with that, Pax, where have you moved?
So I saw this tent, and I'm just sort of giving it some space, and backing up a little bit, and going ahead and drawing my bow, and just calling out and saying, in the words of my good friend Reg, my name is Pax. Who and where are you?
You give a moment for response, and there is none.
Reg, come here. You're better at this.
Reg, hearing his name, trots up. Oh, hey, Pax, what's going on? Oh, that's a very attractive fire there.
Yeah, and someone's tent. There's someone around here. This is their, like, home base or something.
Now,
oh, okay.
Reg, as you walk over, your sheer size being, what are you, 8 foot, 9 foot, something like that? You are able to very clearly see over some of the ruined walls, and you notice that there is an individual on the other side of the wall you're standing on. It doesn't appear to be moving much, and you can't really make out the face from this angle, but you do realize someone is there. Chibi, what are you doing?
I think I've solved the problem.
I'm just kind of scooting behind everybody, watching what's going on and prepared to be back up.
Okay, cool. So Reg and Pax, what do you do?
Reg is gonna pull the I don't know how many of you have watched Doctor Who, but in his ridiculous grin as he puts his face over a cubicle wall.
Oh, yeah.
Of just, oh, hello there, my name's Reg. What's your name?
As you do that, you're able to actually take in what's happening there. A male basilican. So Pax, you kind of scooch over as Reg is talking to.
Peer around the wall here.
And as you do so, you notice a male basilican sitting solemnly in meditation. He appears to be in a trance, not registering your presence. As you near him, he does not flinch. Below him, on the ground, rests a very peculiar-looking blade with carvings on it. It looks as though to be forged of one straight piece of a mysterious metal. It does not have a crossguard, but instead looks like a very long spearhead. And so while you guys are kind of deciding what to do, let's go check back in with Rog. Rog, you stand below the statue, the rear of the statue specifically.
The butt.
Again, the
say,
inscription read, "A
you mean
beacon
your
of hope
bottom?"
should never be quelled. To stop the light is to allow the dark." What do you do?
Backwards squiggle. That one looks like a dragon. Man, I really wish I had learned how to read these symbols.
It's basic Athelian, so you're saying you are illiterate, just for the record.
I'm not illiterate, they just move around when I tried to decipher them.
Rog is dyslexic.
No, he's drunk at all times.
Can I climb the statue?
Yes, you may climb the statue.
Once again, we've tried this shenanigans before.
Make a stamina check if you're going to do that. All right, so you kind of clamber up the statue, finding the various edges you need to get your way up. You make it all the way up to its shoulder. You're sitting probably like 30 some odd feet in the air right now.
That's not that far. I do the whole like belly to arm with my arms around it, like kind of scoot.
Yeah, like shimmy your way across. Okay. So you get all the way
Little
down.
closer.
Yeah. Now, as you get to the hand, you notice that the orb is not in the hand. It is levitating about 10 feet or so in front of. There is definitely no way that you can reach it from here with your normal body.
With your
So what you're saying?
There's also a
what you're
dog.
saying is I need an abnormal
you
body.
need your
Yes.
abnormal body.
So what do you do? Oh my.
10 feet, you say?
Mm-hmm.
Dang, I have nothing. I have but one option. How far down to the water is it from the arm?
About 120 feet.
To shallow water?
I mean, there are sharp rocks down there.
Well, I don't want it to be a one-way trip, so I guess I'm gonna have to shimmy my way back.
Well, what you can do, if you were able to get a running leap at it, you could probably leap forward, grab it, or attempt to grab it rather, and
Oh, well,
go
say
into
no more, fam.
deeper into the ocean if you would like.
I start shimmying back, and suddenly this strange voice in my mind tells me if I get a running leap, I could make it. So I stand up uneasily, run, and jump.
All right, make a stamina check.
Goodbye,
Eat
Rob.
myself. This is
Oh,
it.
Danny boy.
This is all I got left.
Oh man. All right,
Just
so so going back to the rest of the group,
Commercial break.
I'd like
Billy
to.
was hanging.
I'd like you to imagine this from the viewpoint of the, low camera angle, looking up as Pax and Reg are investigating. Chivi's behind them, kind of peering over, and in the background you see Rog just leaping off the arm of this thing and plummeting to his seeming demise. Now, Reg and Pax, what do you do to this thing, this basilican?
I don't think he can hear us.
It seems kind of rude to wake him up, and also rude to plunder his pretty weapon while he's just sitting there. Probably shouldn't take it, right?
I mean, maybe?
I mean,
It seems to be a bit. I'm kind of new to doing all the, the magic-y things, but I would suspect that it is, and he is, magic. Do you get any sort of vibe with all your better, know-hows and what's?
Am I getting magic-y vibes?
You are definitely getting magic-y vibes from the sword. The basilican, you're actually barely getting anything from.
Enchanted sword. Neat.
Maybe the sword has him enchanted.
Now,
Can I...
Chivi, at this point, you're like up next to them.
So did I see Rog throw himself off the torch?
It was a calculated leap.
Definitely not.
I'm
Everyone,
bad at math.
You just hear the sound that Goofy makes when he gets
Because I was thinking I'd ask
You
Pax
got
if
my
I
money?
could borrow the carpet to go save him, but if I didn't see him,
nope,
I guess I can't help him.
you actually didn't see him even cross the bridge.
Stealth mode.
So,
Well-
Chivi, you kind of walk out and you see what's going on. Is anyone going to get closer to the basilican?
I want to take my bow and stand as far back as I can, but I want to extend my bow and tap him gently on the shoulder.
Okay. So you extend your bow. You have an energy arrow ready to go. You tap him on the shoulder and nothing happens. However,
I was going to say, maybe we should tangle before we.
Well, it's too late for that, good friend. So as Pax touches his shoulder, kind of knocking him a little bit to get his attention, he falls over, and at this point, his robe and cloak kind of open up a little bit more, and you notice that his body is completely petrified, and he is completely and 110% dead.
Oh, great.
Okay, so we can get the sword because we're not technically stealing it from him.
Ax's
bright
fingers
side.
suddenly become very sticky.
Gross.
I mean, that is one way of looking at it.
Okay, so the sword is super magic-y. We probably shouldn't touch it, maybe? I don't know.
I mean, what if you do the thing where you search your mind to see if it's dangerous or not?
I should probably search my mind to see if it's dangerous or not.
Roll a potency check.
That is what I was implying.
Thanks. Oh, what's my potency?
Tofu says, "At first I was afraid. I was petrified.
Petrified.
But it looks like that guy didn't survive." Thanks, Tofu.
He didn't know how to love. That's why he's not alive.
Aw.
Oh,
Reg will survive. Hey.
So, Pax, looking at this sword, you're trying to check it out, and there is an inscription on it. Like I said, the blade has no crossguard and resembles an elongated spearhead. It's got runes and writing on it, but it does not actually. It's not any form of Athelian. It is definitely some form of ancient Ilria's text.
huh. I'm not very useful.
The energy that you feel from it doesn't. You really can't get a grasp on it. You've never felt anything like that before.
So either this guy was alive and made that fire and somehow managed to die a weird death in the meantime, or there's still somebody else out there that built that fire in the tent.
I mean, did you look in the tent?
Can we tell how dead he is? Or how long he's been dead?
Petrified.
Yeah. He's part of his body is like dusting away right now. So I mean, he's pretty dead.
Thanos, no.
Not again.
Did Pax actually check the tent or no?
I I did not look in the tent because I didn't know if somebody was in there.
Burn the yurt.
I could try.
So Reg goes over to the tent and inspects it, and inside finds belongings that do somewhat resemble belongings a basilican would have. It seems that this was that person's tent.
Anything that would help us give us any extra on him, or just sneaky stuff?
Not really. Most of it's just like, daily effects. There's a candle. There's no journal or anything like that. There's some vials that indicate like drinking vials, stuff like that. There's a, pan or, to cook with, stuff like that.
Reg packs it all away.
Reg, throw me a piece of cloth from that tent.
Here you go.
Cover him up, yeah.
Oh
Well,
no, I was gonna say you could use his cloak to wrap up the magic thingy if that's what you're thinking.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna do.
I mean, he's not using it.
That's true. I didn't know how much of his cloak was actually still there since his body is turning to dust. But
Yeah, no, the clothes are intact. It's the actual,
ew.
life material.
So
that's
wait,
not
do the clothes not look as old as the guy?
correct. I mean, they're definitely out of place, but they don't. They appear to be in good shape.
Huh. Alright, so I'm gonna tear a piece of his cloak off and wrap the sword dagger small spear.
It's a sword. It's the size of a
Okay.
sword.
I'm gonna wrap the sword up in the cloth so that I'm not actually touching the sword at this point.
Okay. And then you just put it in your backpack.
That does not prevent the curse.
Yeah.
Is there a sword belt anywhere around?
On
Or is
hi-
it just
on him, like he's wearing a sheath.
okay? I need that too.
Okay. So you grab that. I'm assuming you put it in there.
Yeah, but I'm not buckling the sword on.
Okay. As you do that, we go back and check in with Rog, who is currently plummeting to his doom because the orb, while it looks almost as though it's physical, it's actually completely ethereal. It is just a point source of light. It is not actually physically anything. So, Rog, you leap through it, attempt to grab it, but sail through it like a bird flying through a cloud. And you are plummeting down to the ocean right now. What do you do?
Assess my life.
You think back on all the good times. You look back at the scrambled dragon egg. You
File
look back
not
at you look back at that time that you were promoted to being, to being assigned to Chivi. You remember the times before that where you were a cannibal, and it's at this point your face is nearing the ocean. And you hit the water and go sinking in very, very, very deep, just from the momentum that you had. You're going to take about 400 damage. Raven says, will a reroll help? I will do it. As much as I would love to say that a reroll would help this situation, it won't. He chose to leap off of a thing into something that doesn't actually have any material, matter to it. So regardless of any roll he could have made, he would have been plummeting to his doom.
Oh no.
Exactly why I hate magic.
So you hit the water, you take 400 points of damage, and you are pretty deep in there. So you're going to have to now make a couple other stamina checks to swim back to the surface.
Splish, 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 splish. All right. I have no more stamina, so we're gonna go.
Rob floats for a turn to regain his stamina.
All right. Keep going. NPC control sea creature to bring. Not a bad way to go. That could be an option.
Rod
The
meets the Little
58
Mermaid.
works, the 8 does not work.
Oh.
Now, at this point, Rog, you finally do get all the way back up to the surface. You notice that you're a fair way away from where the rowboat is. If you wanted to, you could swim at this point, but you will need to make 2 more checks.
Okay. No EAC to save me, huh?
Nobody knows what you did.
Nope. You didn't communicate.
The East Australian current, man.
Are you
That's not the
citing
communication
Finding
we're
Nemo?
talking about.
Or you could ask your friends for help.
So, Rog, you get about right here, maybe 30 feet from where the beach would, and you just have no more energy to give, and you're starting to sink. Make one last roll, and if it's 80 or higher, you will succeed in getting back to shore.
About to use them
Come on,
channel
Rog.
points.
Oh no. Tofu or anyone else, if you would like to use channel points to give Rog a reroll or to take control of a friendly dolphin, Raven granted you a reroll for 2,500 advancement points. Make that reroll, Rog. I'm going to lower it to 70, though. So 70 to 100.
Can I have someone from chat roll for me?
You can opt for that.
So you won't take responsibility for your own death?
I just feel like they haven't had enough rolls yet. So I think Tofu should try and save me since Raven spent the points.
Raven says, "Don't trust us."
Don't trust chat.
I'm putting my life in your hands.
All right, I'll give you. Okay, chat maker roll and Ray maker roll. We'll take the higher of whoever it was.
Rog's voice whispers to the chat, "Save me."
It turns out it was Rog this whole time.
Yeah, we've been stuck in a time loop.
Yeah, Tim has a good point. You could just throw your gear off.
Well, Tofu rolled an 11.
All right.
Oh, man.
Not great. Rog is going down.
Yellow timber.
All right, so at this point, you move forward two spaces, but you take 400 more damage.
Oof.
Yeah. What are you at right now? You're at 400?
400, yeah.
All right, this is now you are drowning at this point.
Right.
So you need to succeed this next roll to get back to the surface.
Oh boy.
No pressure.
And if not, you do die.
We're gonna have to find you.
If I were to ditch my armor, would I be able to swim easier, or have I reached that point of no, nothing's gonna help?
If you ditch your armor, you would be able to. You would still have to roll, but I'd lower it to 40 to 100. You would succeed.
All right, I'm swimming naked.
Okay. So you are frantically removing armor as quick as you can.
Rog is pulling the full Belschnickel.
Oh snap! Hold on, you don't even need to do that. Tofu is taking control of an NPC and bringing in a dolphin.
Yay!
As you are frantically trying to break free of your armor, a dolphin just comes up out of nowhere and is like, and just ferries you safely to the sandy beach and kind of like brings you there and lets you go. And
Bring his armor too.
no, he didn't have to take it
aquatic
off.
Mammal.
You start coughing up the water when you get there, realizing that maybe next time don't jump out a floaty light.
I shall never forget you, little flippery friend.
What are you gonna name your flippery friend?
Blowhole.
Rog gets to now find out if there's a third
Very
worm.
unfortunate.
Oh yeah.
Guys,
With his
shout out to
400
chat.
Apparently, I am a champion of animals. If there is another worm, I will survive by making it my friend.
Just Raven and Tofu, thank you for spending your channel points so well. Business time in the chat for saving Rog. You guys did wonderful.
My plan worked perfectly.
Tofu
Rog
said she
endeared
barely
himself
earned
to
the
the
5K. Now, we go back to Pax, Chivi, and Reg. You guys have picked up the sword, bound it in a cloak, and put it in your pack. You're not wearing the sheath or anything like that. What is happening now?
Well,
Does it seem a little quiet to you?
very.
No one has suggested eating people in a few minutes.
Yes, I haven't seen.
So-
forever.
Wander off to.
Looking around, you can't find him. You don't see him anywhere in your line of sight, and even as you walk back out towards where the bridge is, you don't see him there either.
Rog?
Rog?
Mr. Rock, hello.
As you're calling around trying to find him, you notice that there's a bridge, and some of the wood on it seems to be freshly splintered, as though someone tried to cross it, and some of the planks broke.
Rog.
They're gonna give a eulogy for me, thinking
He's gone across the bridge, Pax.
Uh-oh.
Don't you think, Reg? He's gone across the bridge without us. He didn't even tell us he's going.
I mean, if we can't hear him, there's a good chance he did not make it all the way across the bridge.
Bridges are dangerous.
Yeah, we...
Should we at least try to find his body, though? I mean, we can't just
We can
leave him.
come out here across on the cliff and look. We could get on the flying carpet and go see if he's in
I mean,
the water.
I don't want to say this, but should we eat his body? Would that be the best way to honor his memory?
Or feed it to Mr. Tibbles.
That would take him a while. That is a hot thing.
Hopefully, Frog is around the corner somewhere.
So,
Mr. Rock.
are you
The
guys gonna?
question is, should we look for him or should we continue exploring?
I mean, I feel like we should look for him.
So,
Well,
the only logical spot you can think of besides down in the sharp crags below is on the other side of the bridge on that small precipice.
Okay. Who wants the rug? Reg, you want to try the rug since you're the biggest one and the most likely to fall through the bridge?
Yeah, I don't feel super confident about the bridge holding weight.
I honestly
I don't feel confident about holding anyone's weight.
If only there was someone skilled in the acrobatic arts who could just nimbly make their way.
Oh, you want me to go all by myself then?
put a child on the
Wait,
other
Pax,
side. and she
you can do
gets right
that?
over there.
So Pax, make a stamina check.
Did we hear Rog talking about session with the ball of light?
No, not at all. All you heard.
Meanwhile, Reg is looking over the carpet, trying to figure out how to carpet.
Reg, roll a potency check, and then Pax your stamina check. Chibi, are you going across?
I guess so. I mean, I gotta stay with my friend.
You also need to roll a stamina check. Reg, as you jump on it, you actually do have like a moment of complete clarity in it, and so you realize like, oh, this is actually easier than it looks, and so you can like move it around really well, actually, surprisingly.
I am the carpet in.
So, Shivi and Pax, as you guys are going across, you notice that some, just like I was saying earlier, there's a lot of broken pieces, and so you guys logically think you should be on opposite sides of the bridge because it is a rope and plank bridge.
We're not crossing at the same time, are we?
No.
Oh, okay. I thought
Yeah,
you
one
were.
at a time.
All right, so I'm gonna have
so-
Chivi go first then.
Just kidding.
So Chivi, you take some time, but you get across. Pax, you're not so lucky.
Well,
What?
So, as you're going across, Pax, one of the planks break and fall beneath you, and you go to grab at the bottommost part of the rope, and you succeed in grabbing it. However, that piece of rope actually just shreds apart, and you start plummeting to your doom. What's your immediate reaction? Everyone else, you guys are looking at this while it happens, so you guys can also react.
Rog?
Float her.
Go try to catch her, Rex.
Just say
I
rat.
mean, Reg. I'm like
Go.
freaking out. Go try to catch her with
Go.
the carpet.
Go catch her with your tiny arms!
Grab my strong arm.
Reg is shouting, float her at Chibi.
I don't have enough.
Yeah, you do. It's
I
regenerated
do.
at this point.
Well, then I
Yeah.
cast levitation so she can levitate her.
All right, now here's the moment of truth right here. Is levitate a ranged spell? Single target ranged, it is. All right. So, Pax says, you're plummeting to your death. Chivi, Reg says, float her! And Chivi goes, Rex, save her! And then it registers what's happening, and she waves her hands and starts saying some random words, and you begin floating. Thankfully, you are maybe 20 feet above where the sharp crags begin, and you're able to get your way back up. So you are now on the opposite end.
Who's Rex?
It just came out. It was like a mix of Pax and Reg and save her.
Oh, okay. That makes sense. It made me kind of freeze because I'm like, who is she talking to? And then I'm like, oh wait.
You should have understood completely, Reg. You always pronounce name.
What are you talking about? I say everyone's name correctly.
Once across, you see the statue up close. It's huge, immaculate, and seeping potent energy. A
Chevy.
closer look at the statue reveals a small lever that has since been rusted over. An inscription reads, "A beacon of hope should never be quelled. To stop the light is to allow the dark."
Well,
And
that's insightful.
If anyone wants to make a potency check or just a general check, they're more than welcome to.
I mean, that sounds a bit ominous, really.
I'll do a potency check.
I'll do a general check.
All right. Heather, your 93 is ample. Looking out from your vantage point, Pax, you as well. You guys are just gazing out onto the ocean and look back across the island, and you notice that Rog appears to be face down on the beach.
I think we found him.
He's on the beach.
Dead?
You can't tell from this far away if he's breathing or not.
Wow. Well, there he
If
is.
he's not
anyway.
dead yet, the worms will eat him.
Dang, Chibi. He's not dead yet, the worms will get him. Yeah.
I mean, we shouldn't let that happen. We need to honor him and eat him ourselves.
Is there any place on the statue that looks like it corresponds with this sword that we picked up?
Not
I
the
was wondering about
slightest.
that. Not this.
You do notice that the lever itself has, like, it's been rusted over and all that. There's a part of it where you can probably shimmy something into there. The energy you feel from the ball of light, it feels similar to the sword, but you're not 100% certain, just because it feels so different than many of the other magical items that you've encountered.
Well, we don't want to turn it off because that just seems wrong, right?
Yeah, we don't want to mess with that.
Huh.
Has anyone heard the voice again?
Hey,
We haven't had
Kevin.
any wind.
What is it, Reg?
Why didn't you save Pax?
Oh yeah.
Let's not
Kevin.
point fingers, Reg.
I'm not pointing fingers. It just occurred to me that Kevin is a lot stronger than the tiny visage he appears.
He's a pelican. Or
He's
a
a
toucan.
dragon pelican.
A Drelican.
A dragon.
I would not fit if I were to turn back in dragon form in the gap between the islands. I would have crushed Pax and killed myself from crushing as well.
Okay, so not a good plan. Got it. Sorry.
So should we try to go down and see how Rug's doing?
Was he
Actually,
across the
speaking of
water?
Kevin, can you fly down and see if Rug's alive?
Yes, Kevin, could you?
And
Indeed.
if he's not, we share the body, okay?
That's weird.
It's made a convert of you, Reg.
Oh my.
So Kevin flies down for a moment, and Rog, a pelican, lands next to you and kind of starts nudging you and says,
Wake up, my friend. There are more eggs to scramble.
Rog kind of chuckled a little.
Okay, all right, I'm up.
Kevin turns back into his dragon form and is able to bring you safely all the way back to the statue precipice. He sets you down as gently as he can and says,
He appears to be alive, though he has suffered much pain.
Tofu says, "No, Mom, just 5 more minutes."
Hey, Mr. Rock. Glad you're not dead. I was preparing myself mentally to eat you to honor your passing, if that was the case.
Reg, that is the most noble and honorable of things I've ever heard.
I figured it would mean something special to you. If I die, everyone, I guess, just give me one last hug.
Aww.
That is very soft of you, very two-ply.
What does that mean in this context?
In the context of our world, I have no clue
So
what that means. But
Yeah.
now I'm thinking of toilet paper. So
I'm
thank you.
all about the 3-ply. I don't know 2-ply nonsense.
Rog spouts gibberish.
He's disoriented.
I almost died, and while in the water, I somehow managed to reach out and summon a dolphin.
Well,
What?
thank goodness, Rog. What made you go on without us?
Did you ask his name?
Yes, he said that I could name him, and I chose Blowhole.
Fitting.
Hopefully we will meet again. I would love to make a dolphin friend.
I think that's the next piece of fan art. Rog being saved by a dolphin saying, "Thanks, Blowhole."
So, it was not a choice. I attempted to harness the magic, which, for the record, again, I hate magic, and it yeeted me into the ocean.
I mean, did the magic really do it, or did you jump?
Unconfirmed.
History is written by those who write it, or who survive it.
true.
So,
Hey, Miss Pax, if you happen to die prematurely, should we shoot in your...
you cut out. I'm assuming you said shoot children in your honor.
Shoot some orphans in her honor.
Oh, okay, there you go. Yeah.
Reg,
I feel like we did
appreciate
that a
it,
lot
no.
in a canyon.
We didn't do that. Let's not talk about that.
Yeah, but she
That
wasn't
was
dead
bad.
yet.
So
Died.
looking at the statue, there's the lever on the back. You're not sure what to do with that. You do feel like you haven't heard the voice at all recently. So your guess is that the petrified man or something thereof was the save me voice, though you're unsure.
So do we just...
Can we pull the lever?
How do we save? Like, does he still need saving, or?
Seeing as how
I mean, do
he's
we
dust in
want
the
the
wind at
darkness?
this point.
I don't know. Maybe his spirit needs to be released, like Beauregard.
Oh,
I miss
Beauregard.
Beauregard. You know, that whole thing he blew up in our faces, quite literally. I hope he's all right.
I'm sure he is.
So what
Or
is
at
your
least at
choice?
peace.
What do you do?
Maybe call out again to the spirit, and then if we don't hear anything, go back to the boat.
Well,
You said there's
Or
no
explore
wind?
some more.
No, you haven't heard the voice on the wind recently. That's what I was saying.
I see. I was thinking maybe it was connected. Maybe we need a fan.
Yeah.
oh,
Reg just blows.
here's your fan.
So,
Anything?
Oh, you there?
are you
So-
guys pulling the lever or no?
I mean, I guess we don't want darkness.
I mean, is it in the on position or the off position? I assume it's in the on since the magical light ball is up there.
Yeah, that'd be my guess.
And it says if we turn it off, it's to invite the dark, so that seems bad.
Probably.
How much more to the island was there? Was this it? Or was there
That's
like
it. It's a very small island.
But it's not usually here.
Well,
So it was just the night.
flip the switch it is.
Wait, what?
Do you really think we should, Ron?
No.
I mean, I'm also curious. It just seems like a really bad idea.
Well, it seems like the only thing left to do.
Exactly.
Do we
I mean, we
want to
could
maybe
explore around.
investigate the
Rob tried to jump in the hole already, or in the.
crazy magic light, or is that silly?
Rod,
Is there
did you
anything else to see that
No.
Rod can't tell us about?
You guys have explored every crevice of this island at this point.
So, Worms, a dead guy who was alive maybe 4 days ago, and this thing.
You don't think this is a ploy just to get us off the ship, do you?
Probably.
By who?
I don't know.
Initiating self-destruct.
Wait, hold on, Rod, stop.
Wait, don't do that.
Roll a
Pax
stamina
pulls the
check,
sword
Rog. Hold on.
Well, they all
Hold
told
on.
me to stop, so I'm just kind of like with my hand outstretched to it.
Yeah, I'm just trying to be ready.
All right, so describe exactly what's happening because I don't quite understand.
So before Rog could flip the switch, Pax pulls the sword that we found out.
Like completely, or like you just take it out of your backpack?
Like unsheath it, ready to wield
If it
it.
lights up or anything.
Pax,
It's the sword of 1,000 truths.
Pax, I need you to roll a potency check.
Well, that doesn't sound like a good thing.
Pax, I'm gonna say this one more time. I need you to roll a potency check.
Okay.
Oh boy.
Where's my potency? I used 200 of it. So I'm gonna throw 600 there. Because this seems important.
Wow.
Dang.
I need a roll from chat.
Oh boy. Reg is gripping onto the magic at this point.
Ouch time.
My palms are sweating.
Spaghetti.
I'm not gonna lie to you. This moment feels very lackluster to me.
You're the one making it feel intense.
That's because it's about to be intense, depending on what that roll ends up. Someone in chat, I need just
Do
one
it,
roll.
Tofu. You can do it.
Tofu,
I
anybody.
believe in
Kill
you.
us all as you were destined to, Tofu.
I believe in you. It's fine. I guess Pax is time to go.
There's always Auntie Velma.
I hope I didn't kill you guys, though.
Right? Yeah, more than one death tonight.
TPK.
Everyone else, roll a stamina check.
Uh-oh.
Oh boy. I'm not gonna put it all in just in case I need a reaction after it.
I put all mine in. All that was left.
All right. So Rog goes to reach for the lever, and Pax says, "No, wait," and unsheathes the sword. And as she does so, she grips the handle. And as she grips the handle, she screams out in pain.
Wait, I thought the sword was already unsheathed and I stuck it in the sheath when I took it off the guy.
Yeah, however you pull it out, you pull it out. But you grip the handle and scream in pain. Yep. And as you do so, a blast of energy and wind emanate from around you at high velocity. Rog, you are hurled into the statue, and you are able to maneuver yourself fine to stay safe. Reg, you're able to just kind of plant yourself deep, lean into it, and grab onto some rocks to survive. Chivi,
I'm a big fella.
Chivi, since Pax is standing right here, you are flown 8 squares, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 squares down into the side of the little gap between the things. You can react however you need to react. If you can cast levitation on yourself, I would do so.
Yes, I'm gonna cast levitation on my rise up out of water.
You got to rise up.
Pax,
Rise up.
as your scream ends, you do not feel anything anymore.
'Cause I'm
Pax is now dead. However, her body and her memories are not lost. The sword has now taken her as host. The usurper sword now is completely and 100% in control of Pax.
Hey, clarification. When the sword was in front of the knight, was it naked on the ground or was it in the sheath?
It was naked on the ground.
Okay, that's what I thought. All right.
Yeah. Now, Pax, I'm going to give you this because you're going to have to roleplay this. I'm going to read the description and tell you what it does. This blade has no crossguard and resembles an elongated spearhead. This item is a cursed item. When it has no host, the character that picks it up must succeed a potency check, or else have its essence consumed and become host for the sword. The sword still remembers all of the memories and experiences of the host, and it maintains the same voice. However, the sword is very violent and capable of wreaking great havoc. It is an improved Azurite Celestial Ore Sword, which gives you plus 200 attack rating and plus 100 damage rating, plus 5% crit chance, plus 5% miss chance. It also grants the host all of the advancements in the light melee advancements tree if they don't have them already. It doesn't stack or overlap any. The host of the sword acts as the sword commands in a violent, bloodthirsty demeanor, often taking action against any who disagree with it.
Oh, we're gonna have some fun, me and you.
So, as you all, Chivi, you levitate your way on back up. And as you land, you all gaze at Pax, who has a completely different look about her. Her eyes are different, though they look the same color. it's as though you're looking into an entirely different person. Rog, you still have your hand on the lever. What do you do?
Ooh. Okay. I didn't even flip the switch. Commander?
Pax, are you okay?
Yeah.
Hey, hi, buddy. Is you all right?
Yeah, I'm fine.
Princess, you are ugly when you're angry.
Would you like to lose your head?
Would I? Commander?
No, Rog. We do not.
no.
We just saved you. We don't want you to lose your.
So, flipping the switch now?
What do you think about flipping the switch, Pat?
Does the sword know anything about flipping the switch?
No, but it wants you to flip the switch.
Flip the
Because
switch, Rog.
it is darkness!
I don't know, Rog.
Do it.
Don't do it.
Rog, flip the switch or I'll chop your head off.
She's
I am
changed.
very torn right now.
I feel like we're all getting a bit grumpy at the moment.
There's a vibe here.
Pax is gonna threaten Rog with the sword at his throat. Flip the switch, Rog.
I'm very caroused right now. Initiating self-destruct.
Roll a stamina
Is that-
check, Rog. You have full
Is that
stamina.
your term for it?
Rog, you try and push as hard as you can, but it doesn't go.
I can't do it. I'm not strong enough.
Obviously.
Dang.
Well,
Are you
anyone-
Do
hangry?
you need like a hug or something, or some drink?
yeah.
You seem a bit ragier than normal.
I'm fine. I just wanted the switch flipped. Is that such a bad thing?
Are you feeling anything different from the sword now that you took it out?
I mean, the statue seems to think it would be a bad thing if the switch was flipped, but you know, that's seismics.
Yeah.
No, it's great. It'll be wonderful.
Pax, are
Darkness
you
is
going
good.
to flip the switch yourself?
I guess.
I mean, in a violent way, it's up to you.
It's up to you. Yes, Pax. So Pax shoulders Rog aside roughly and uses the blade to like pry the switch up and flip it.
All right, roll a stamina check. You get plus 200 to this roll.
Oh, just in general.
Yeah, like put whatever stamina you want in, but you also get a bonus from the sword.
Oh, that's stamina.
Nah, it's not the worst, but it does work. Let's
The
see.
sword is depleting.
After you pull the lever and it takes a moment, but as you do so, the orb of light gets smaller and twice as bright, blinding anyone looking at it. Then it shoots out in a stream of energy across the ocean, and the ball becomes larger and larger as it does so, until it's completely out of eyesight. After a couple moments, the island begins sinking. The island is now shuddering violently. You're losing your footing as it descends into the ocean. You got to get back to the boat.
We should get back to the boat.
We absolutely should, yes.
How do you accomplish this task?
Well,
Kevin, could you carry me by myself?
Indeed.
Okay, you carry me and you three take the carpet.
Magic carpet ride!
excellent.
Let's go.
And so you all ferry yourselves back onto the Fool's Bounty. Let me find it. There's the Fool's Bounty, guys. Ah, come on, no one went with me. All right. We made it. Yay.
We've done
Not
it.
dead.
Look
We're
at
all
me
going
on
to
the
sleep,
ship
and
of the
Pax is going
statue
to
of-
kill everyone.
And the island is disappearing.
I kind of wish I had just died. This is really sad.
It has been an interesting experience, this island. One more day and you will be back in Cold Year, though you are unsure of what lies ahead. And that's where we'll be ending the stream tonight.
I'm really starting to see why we're enemies of the crown now.
Why?
Everything we touch is ruined.
I honestly think we might be accidental villains.
Aw.
That's insane.
All right, so what we're gonna do, I'm gonna end it real quick, but then we're gonna come back in chat here because I need to talk with everybody about Pax's new change of character now. So I appreciate everyone being part of the stream, being involved. Big shout out to Raven and Tofu. Thank you for all the gifted subscriptions and the bits. We really appreciate it.
And thank
Guys,
you for saving me.
yes, thank you for using your
We're gonna
channel
need 'em.
points. That was great. Although, truth be told, it probably would have been better to save for Pax. Rog, I think you could have made that last roll. But we got 100 followers now. Tonight was, although suffering some emotional things, has been wonderful. In chat says, Tofu said, or I lost it. Where'd it go? Tofu says, someone give Pax a Snickers bar. Pax, you aren't you when you're possessed. Pax needs an enchanted Snickers bar. Yes, she does.
Forget dragon cookies.
Yeah. All right. We're going to hit stream outro and we will be right back. But thank you all for listening, for participating. We will see you guys next week for Shattered Dungeons.